Karen had officially run out of imagination, or maybe she thought she was above the law entirely. After decades of meddling with neighbors' property, she set her sights on something truly audacious. My boat. Not just any boat. A 30-foot luxury pontoon, registered, insured, and docked safely behind my house. It started innocently enough. I was prepping the pontoon for a weekend trip when I noticed her lurking near the dock, clipboard tucked under her arm like a sword. She waved at me, smiled, and said, "Your boat is under community jurisdiction. We're holding a neighborhood HOA celebration aboard, and you're required to provide access." I raised an eyebrow. "Karen, that's not a thing. HOA rules do not extend to personal watercraft." She smirked. "They should." The next morning, while I was out running errands, neighbors reported loud music, flashing lights, and several suspicious-looking people boarding my pontoon. Karen had managed to climb aboard, kick off the dock lines, and set sail, complete with a playlist of her favorite dramatic orchestral music and a cooler full of snacks from her own fridge. It wasn't long before chaos ensued. Karen's party quickly became a floating circus. None of her guests knew how to operate a boat. Someone dropped the anchor in shallow water, the stereo shorted out, and Karen screamed directions like a pirate captain. That's when the Coast Guard got involved. A routine patrol had noticed an unmanned or poorly manned boat drifting erratically, music blasting over the cove. They approached, expecting a fishing mishap or a teenage joyride. Instead, they found Karen standing at the helm, shouting, "This vessel is for the community. You cannot stop this HOA event." The officers blinked. Then they sighed. "Ma'am, do you have permission to operate this vessel?" one asked. Karen waved her clipboard. "Permission from the HOA. That counts." The Coast Guard officer shook his head. "Not from the owner? Not from the registration? Not from maritime law? Sorry, ma'am, you're going to have to come with us." Karen's smug grin faltered. She tried to argue, claiming community jurisdiction and shared neighborhood rights. By the time she realized she had no legal standing, the officers had ordered her party guests off the deck and secured the pontoon. The cherry on top, Karen had no idea how to operate the engine to get back to shore. The Coast Guard left her stranded on a sandbar within the cove until a towboat arrived. Her music still blaring, her clipboard fluttering in the breeze, and her friends scrambling to escape the embarrassment. By the afternoon, videos of her floating party went viral. HOA Karen throws dockless boat party. Coast Guard not impressed. Floating chaos. Karen 0, pontoon 1. Maritime law, HOA law. When she finally returned home, soaked, humiliated, and furious, she tried to rally her HOA allies. But the footage of her stranded on a sandbar made them rethink supporting her community takeover initiatives. Karen thought she could hijack my boat for a party. Instead, she got stranded, humiliated, and reminded that maritime law and common sense trumps HOA delusions.